Hey everyone, and welcome to this week's video. This week I wanted to offer out a little bit of the thought work that I use, the thought algorithms that I put in my head to get me from A to B. So this will be a guided meditation, and if you have hesitancy around that, I would say do it anyway. Just because it's important for you to figure out what your hesitancy is and where it comes from. And the way that I teach meditation is it's more of a guided thought process, where if you trust me, then you just let yourself think the thoughts that I'm sort of nudging you towards, and we kind of see what happens and what unfolds as we go along. So I had a really big problem with meditation. I could never just sit still and clear my head. I'm like, yeah, that's not a thing. Like, I have unprocessed trauma. My head is never clear. And so the way that I came up with meditation for me is at the end of it, I wanted a clear head. And that's what everybody said. Like, when you meditate, then you leave with a clear mind. And so I thought, okay, let me sit down and try and walk myself towards a clear mind. And the way that it made sense to me was just to think my way there. So that's what I'm going to offer out. This will be really simple. You don't really need to do anything. I would suggest going to grab a pen and a paper just because it's useful to be able to note stuff down. But first of all, I'm not there, so I don't know if you turn it off or if you, quote, get it wrong. Secondly, you can't get meditation wrong. It's meditation, It is whatever it is for you. And I just want you to try. So if you're willing to try, then grab yourself a pencil and a paper and find a comfortable seat so you can pause this, go run, get your stuff, get set up, come back, and we'll get started. So welcome back. If you managed to go get your stuff and come back, congratulations, because I know that sometimes that's the barrier and that's the hardest part, is deciding to do it. So if you decided to do it, welcome. And I know a lot of us are here with a very traumatic past. And what trauma does is it keeps you stuck in the past. It keeps you reacting to past patterns. So with this meditation, I want to bring you up to here, to being present and being where you are. And the goal is to leave this meditation feeling literally 1% better. That's it. 1% better. We just want to bump the trajectory just a touch. So don't worry about anything else. But my desire, my intention is that you leave feeling 1% better. So you can lay down, you can sit, you can stand. I just want your spine to be longer. So find something that works for you. You can keep your eyes open if you'd like. I'm not going to ask you to close them. If it feels good to do so, feel free. Otherwise, put one hand on your heart and one hand on your stomach and take a huge breath in. And then let it go. We're doing that 5 more times, so 6 breaths total. Deep breath in. Let it go. That's 2. Again, deep breath in. That's 3. Keep going. Another inhale and exhale. And then one final deep breath in, deep breath out. And if you're going to keep your eyes open, I'm going to ask you to find a spot in the room that feels great and just stare at it. And it should be something calming. Maybe it's the floor, maybe it's a plant. So just notice how you feel in your body. If you would like to close your eyes, you can. Just notice how you feel in your body. Do you notice the temperature of your body right now? Do you notice if your hands are cold or hot? Are your toes cold or hot? Do you notice the back of your knees, the hips, the belly, the chest? Roll your shoulders back and down and think about taking a huge breath in and trying to put it on the crown of your head, and then let it go. And then I just want you to notice that you were here for that. You were present, you were thinking about your body, you were thinking about being here. And that's great, and that's what we're going for. So keep on breathing, keep yourself calm. And I want you to think of an issue that you have in your life. It's probably the one that you just thought of, because these issues are usually right there at the forefront. So pick that one. Have the courage to pick that one. We're not trying to resolve it. We're just going to look at it. So I want you to now notice if your heart rate spiked, if you feel warmer, if you feel colder. Just notice if your body reacted to me asking you to think about the issue. And then one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. We're doing those 6 breaths again. Huge breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. Again, deep breath in. Let it go. Again, in. And you can think about the issue, open mouth, exhale, push it out of your body. 3 more breaths like that. Deep breaths in. If you need to yell, yell. But open your mouth, find some sort of release. And then 2 more breaths that way. Deep breaths in. Open your mouth and exhale. Last one. And then just breathe. And we're going to look at the issue. And everyone picks a different issue. I don't know what yours is, but you know what yours is. And now I want you to think about the outcome that you want. And with this, it's important to be vague. And I know that that sounds weird, but what I mean is that when you think about the issue, I don't want you to get into the details. I want you to think about the outcome of how you want to feel. Do you want to feel more confident? Do you want to feel less anxious around this person or this situation? Do you want to feel like you have more clarity? Do you want to feel stable? Think about the outcome exclusively in terms of how you want to feel. So take a moment and think your way through that. Think, here's the issue, but the outcome is blank. This is how I want to feel. And there's no right or wrong way to think right now. I just want you to think yourself through towards the outcome. So we're going to move on. We're going to think about other issues in your life that you have already resolved. So a lot of us who are here have already come through a lot of stuff. And so again, if you feel comfortable staring at that spot, go ahead and stare. If you feel comfortable closing your eyes, go ahead. And I want you to find a list in your head of hard things, difficult things that you have already done. And you can just start listing them. And I want you to notice if you give yourself credit for the things that you do. And if not, just write that down. Notice that you don't give yourself credit. Otherwise, start listing off difficult things that you've done. And there's no thing that's too small. And there's usually a lot more that you've done that you don't give yourself credit for. So keep writing. List out more hard things that you have done. If you've come to a natural end, then I want you to just take that piece of paper with the list on it of hard things that you've done and just look at it and give yourself permission to feel really proud of yourself for all those things that you've done. Because we've all done difficult things, some more than others, but you deserve credit for the difficult things that you've done in your life. These are things that meant a lot to you. These are things that took courage to go through or overcome or address. So look at that piece of paper and just give yourself credit for all those things that you listed. We're going to take 6 breaths again. And if you're in this moment and you're feeling like you're failing this meditation, you're not. There's no quiz. I don't know who or where you are. You're probably doing much better than you think you are, especially if you're this far in. So we're going to take 6 breaths. Find your position. You can do one hand on your heart and your belly again. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Keep going. You can think about pulling in your accomplishments. And as you exhale, you can keep your mouth closed and just push them into your body. Take another breath. And when you're done with your 6 breaths, I want you to think about the original issue that I asked you to think about, that first issue that you picked. Think about your outcome and how you want to feel. And I just want you to remind yourself that you can do hard things. So we're going to take a moment. You're just going to repeat to yourself, I can do hard things. You don't have to say it out loud. You can say it in your head. But deep breath in. And when you exhale, think, I can do hard things. And just keep going. The faster you think it, the less of a chance there is for other thoughts to get in. So start running that through your head. I can do hard things. I can do hard things. I can do hard things. And if you find resistance to that, refer to your paper where you listed out all the difficult things that you've done. You have proof that you can do hard things. So keep reminding yourself, I can do difficult things. And then deepen your breath. Huge breath in. Deep breath out. Roll your shoulders, move your neck around. I want you to write out 3 things that you can do to address the original issue. And you have the original issue and you know how you want to feel. So what's one thing that you can do that'll get you closer to how you want to feel? Maybe it's writing an email that addresses the issue. Maybe it's coming up with a line that says, hey, I don't want to do that. Or like, please ask someone else. Maybe next time. Anything. It can be small. You're going to pick 3 and you're just going to write them down. They don't need to be correct. One of them can be, I'll move to Malaysia, you know? It's just, you want to start searching in your brain and understand that you know how to come up with solution. You know what your issue is. You know how you want to feel, and now you know how to create solution. So write out a couple of things, 3 things at least. If more come, then keep going. But write out 3 things that'll help you get a little bit closer through the issue towards how you want to feel. Start to come back. You can put your pen and your paper down when you reach the natural conclusion. Take a moment, easy breaths in and out, and I just want you to look at the paper because you should have a list of things that's proof that you can do difficult things. You also have a list of solutions that can address your original issue, and I just want you to notice that all of that was already inside of you. You didn't get anything from me. I asked questions. You were the source. You were the source to help clarify the issue. You were the source to give yourself answers. And you were the person that did all those hard things. So it's important to remember that you are the source of your life. You have that capacity inside of you. So with that, I want you to do one final hand to your heart, hand to your belly. Take a deep breath in. Remind yourself that you have everything that you need inside of you. And if you think, no, I don't, remember you can do hard things and you just thought your way through something difficult. So deep breath in, deep breath out. Find that thought that's true and useful. And whether it's that you can do hard things, whether it's that you are the source of your life, whatever it is, find a thought that is true and is useful for you and start to repeat it to yourself. When you inhale, you can let it expand you. When you exhale, you think that thought and you press it into your body. Keep going. If your mind gets distracted, that's fine. Go get it. Think that thought that's true and useful, and then press it into your body. Twice more. Deep breath in. Remind yourself of your thought. Press it into your body. Last time, deep breath in. Remind yourself of that thought. Press it into your body. And then you can roll your shoulders, catch your breath. Keep that list with you that you wrote down. If you are me, then you would cut it out and put it somewhere that you see a lot, just as the reminder that you can do hard things. If you are in a place where that wouldn't feel comfortable, then maybe you burn the list, but maybe you take a picture, maybe you keep it, or maybe this moment is done and you have to let that go, and that's okay. But remind yourself that you're not doing your life wrong, that you can do hard things, and I hope that you feel about 1 to something % better. I hope that this work is helpful. This is stuff that I do a lot for myself. And come repeat this as many times as you need. So, as always, I hope that this was helpful. Leave me comments below and let me know how it went for you. And I'll see y'all next time.